In this demonstration, I want to show a setup that I created for running GPU Passthrough with Sidero Labs Talos Linux and running, in this case, an Ollama container on Kubernetes. So to kind of back up, this is a special configuration. We will talk to customers who are interested in doing something similar. Instead of using virtual GPU, which is our default configuration, has lots of benefits and flexibility, particularly in a cluster of HyperCore nodes. We've configured this particular cluster and this VM by tagging it with the GPU to set up GPU pass-through. So in this particular case, this is the only VM I'm running. It's certainly the only one that would be able to access this GPU once it's started. But I configured under the hood some PCI pass-through identified and enabled by using this particular tag. We did a normal Talos Linux deployment and configured it into Omni and so forth. Let me switch over to here. So some of the things for this configuration, because we're doing GPU pass-through and to get the right kernel modules and so forth, had some extensions to install and then also some patches required. And basically, beyond the GPU pass-through, I just followed the steps in this particular blog, and this was done on bare metal by doing the GPU pass-through into the VM. It's effectively the same process here, and so following these steps was very simple once we got up and going. And just as an example here, so in the end, this is really the AI workload that we deployed. Is the end up as the old Ollama containers. But let's just take a look here, and some of the more interesting things are. So in this case, I'm looking at a detailed device through Talos from the cluster of PCI devices and looking at the details of that NVIDIA controller that's there. Let's go ahead and that was the install. These were just some of the steps that I had to run, but so for example here, this is the kube control command that I can basically confirm that I've done the right steps, that the Kubernetes perspective has capacity to allocate GPUs, and again, I'm already up and running with these. So let's do get pods, and let's just look in the Ollama namespace. And it's just, in this case, it's just one particular pod that's up and running. Let me go ahead and just like in the blog, let's go ahead and do a port forward. So we're going to port forward that service to my machine here. By the way, the Kubernetes cluster is running in a whole different lab, so different site. I'm going through the Talos proxy in this case, but let's just do something here. Let's write a white paper about advantages of using VMs in edge computing with GPU inference. And you can see I'm getting a very rapid response from my Ollama DeepSeek model running here. Maybe in later blogs we'll go ahead and dig a little bit deeper. So this is being offloaded to the GPU, so we're not really, wouldn't really see much here in terms of CPU capability. But anyway, that is my demo. Thank you.